go on to our next unit in data. And this one is what we call a two-way table. A two-way table is a nice little table to help us analyze two or more pieces of information and see how they compare. For example, in this one, we're talking about males and females and whether they would favor to have a sports utility vehicle or a sports car. And this is a nifty way to collect all that data and to compare it. So to kind of fill in some blanks here to help us with our definitions, a two-way table is used to display relationships between two or more sets of categorical data. It is used to analyze survey data. Two-way tables show us the frequency or number of times that something occurs. Now inside of a two-way table, there's a couple of different kinds of frequencies. These ones that are in the middle here that haven't been added or combined together yet are called joint frequencies. And then these ones that are out on the edge, which are the sums of the other ones added together, are called marginal frequencies. This number at the lower right-hand corner represents the total number of people who were surveyed. So let's kind of look at this particular two-way table and kind of answer a few questions here. How many people responded to the survey? Well, we mentioned that this number down in the corner represents that one. So 240 people responded to this survey. How many males responded to the survey? Well, if we look in the male category and we go across, we notice that 60 men responded to the survey. That's interesting. How many people chose an SUV? Well, if you go to the SUV column right here and add the numbers down, we get 156 people would prefer an SUV. And maybe they think it would be better going up in the mountains or something. Okay, how many females chose a sports car? So if you look at the female column, or row, and you add it up to side, you end up with 180 females prefer a sports car. How many males chose an SUV? Well, in this case, here's the males that chose an SUV, so that would be 21. Are the results misleading? Well, somewhat misleading because way more women responded to the survey than men. And so we probably want to get more men to participate in the survey to get a better look at the whole thing. And you might be able to think of some other things that may have made it not so good or what you think is good. Okay, here's another one, and this one's a little bit more technical looking, but we're going to figure out, okay, first of all, this represents Martin surveyed several students and asked if they had siblings and if they lived in a 1 or 2 bedroom home. Use the survey results to complete the two-way table and answer the questions that follow. So how many people surveyed live in a 2-story home? So if we come down here and just started counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people lived in a 2-story home. Of the people with siblings, how many answered that they lived in a 2-story home? Okay, so what you need to do is come along and find where it says yes for siblings, and then look down and see if there's a 2 underneath it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 people who said they have a sibling also lived in a 2-story home. All right, how many people surveyed did not have siblings? So you just go through and count the ends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 7. So now if we look at this, we can go back through here and say, okay, no siblings. And as far as how many people were surveyed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people were surveyed altogether. And 18 minus 7 means that there's 11 who did have siblings. Now let's count the Y's just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, I like how that works. Okay, now of everybody who lives in a one-story home, how many said they had siblings? Well, so we need to go through here and look at the ones, all the ones. Here's the ones that said they lived in a one-story home. And then how many of those have a yes above them? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of those, right? Oh, so that makes it so we can figure out this column. 11 minus 4 would be 7. All right, so now how many of those who in a one-story home said they have no siblings? Well, so if we look at the ones again, we got to count the ends. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So no siblings that lived in a one-story home would be 4. Make sure we counted those right. Let's go back through again and look at the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 4 plus 4 equals 8. 18 minus 8 is 10. And 10 minus 7 is 3. So there is our totals. And these tables are kind of fun to fill out. Sometimes they're like a puzzle. Okay, on this one, this table shows how many students study physics, chemistry, and biology. Now remember, in each column and each row, the totals would add up to the numbers on the end. So if we can start filling in missing bits of data, we can fill this table up. So in this column, we know that boys and girls have to add up to 40, so we can fill that in with a 10. We know that these three numbers have to add up to 40, and 10 plus 20 is 30, so 30 plus 10 would give us a 40 in this column. In this last one under biology, we know that 20 and 10 add up to 30. In the last column, we know that 100 minus 40 would give us 60 right here. And now 30 plus 10 is 40. 60 minus 40 gives us a 20 in this spot. And then 10 plus 20 is 30. So how many boys study physics? Well, according to our little chart here, 10 boys study physics. How many girls were surveyed? Well, we just look at the total of girls that were surveyed, and that would be 60. And how many students study chemistry? Well, in the chemistry column, we go down and we notice that there's a total of 30. So kind of fun to fill these tables out and to use them. All right, here's another one. Use the information given. Use the given information in each table to fill out and each blank in the space. Okay. So here's our two-way table. We know that this number has to be equal to 50 minus 23. So that would be 27. And we know that 27 plus 15 will give us this number. So 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 42. And then 58 plus 42 equals 100. And 100 minus 50 would make this 50. And 50 minus 15 would be 35. All right, so we got all those numbers. Now, how about over here? Beach, mountains, and total. So we got to do 90 minus 36. So 90 minus 30 would be 60. 60 minus 6 would be 54. All right, so now if we start looking at the next number here, 100, this 100 minus the 59 would give us 41 for black-haired people. All right, so now we can add all the numbers in the first column. That would be 36 plus 58 plus 27 plus 41 for a total of 162. Okay, in the next column we've got 54 plus 42 plus 43 plus 59, that equals 198. 198. That's a lot, right? So if we combine 162 and 198, that gives us 360. Wow, that's like almost the same number as degrees in a circle, huh? All right, so if this is 360, well, we can't quite find both of these using these numbers over here, but we can find these by adding these two together. So 27 plus 43 is 70. 58 plus 42, 58 plus 42 is 100. So now when you combine all of this together, you would get 360. Very good. Okay. Use the tables above to answer A through C. How many more left-handed people said they prefer pancakes over waffles? So left-handed people, how many more said they prefer pancakes over waffles? Well, 35 is 20 bigger than 15. So that's going to be 20. And that's how many more. How many more brunette people said they preferred the beach than the mountains? Okay, brunette. So 58 said beach, 42 said mountains. So if we subtract those two, we get a difference of 16. And how many right-handed people said that they prefer waffles than left-handed people? Okay, so we go to waffles. Right-handed people were 27 that prefer them, left-handed 15. So when we subtract those two numbers, we get 12. We got 12 more people said that they prefer waffles. 12 more right-handed people said that they prefer waffles than left-handed people. Well, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? So your assignment today is a worksheet called two-way tables. I think you'll enjoy doing that very much. Thank you.